Go. Hi there, this is Neil Kilby.
And Peter Schmitz.
We've been talking about the importance of customer lifetime value. And today we're going to be talking about frequency. Now, the important bit to remember is this is meant to be useful for people who are running businesses. This isn't academic. Okay, we could go into depth for hours on this if we wanted to, but this is just to give you a really good handle on what you should be thinking about in terms of frequency. So we've used Starbucks as an example. We can carry on with that, or we can ignore it. So Peter, you touched on it yesterday. Starbucks, when you buy something once, they tend to give you a little card, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Well, and they're very smart in their marketing, as we all know, because we're victims of it or proponents of it. But when you get a card, yeah, you get a punch, and one of the simple programs is 10 punches, you get a free coffee.
Yeah.
Or a free bum, as you say. Oh no, it's bun. It's bun. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Cake, cookie, whatever you choose to call it. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. But the point is, the goal is to get you back in the store, online, whatever it is, to purchase again. If I'm a business owner and I can get you to buy twice, 3 times, 4 times instead of just once, I'm way ahead of the game. And my lifetime value goes up, and my acquisition profitability goes way up as well. So it's a simple concept. And it gets applied, right? We were talking offline here a minute, in a lot of different ways across different businesses. Unfortunately, many business owners do not understand it and do not promote the concept.
Okay, so there may be some reasons for that. First of all, let's assume that we have a product that somebody can come back and buy on a regular basis. So either health food products, makeup, cat food, something that's a granola, something that we can carry on and assume that somebody can come back and buy again in a relatively short period of time. So there is what we're talking about. If they finish their box of granola, they can come back and get another box of granola in a week or 2 weeks' time. Okay.
Right. And here's what's interesting, because I had a retail business. We were in the nutrition business. We had protein shakes. And we knew that if they bought one time, and some people come back, some people don't, but the trick was to get them to come back 3 times.
Right.
If they come 3 times, they're likely to become a good customer.
Superb.
I learned that we had a haircut business 20 years ago, one of these great clips where it's a quick haircut. And the goal was to get them to come 3 times.
Right.
When we did our grand opening, Neil, it was pretty interesting. We had haircuts for $2.99.
You're making an investment in the future.
We lost money on that, yes, but we had a lot of customers, because they'd come in because it's such a good deal. A normal haircut in those days was $9 or $10, and so then the next 2 weeks, the next month it was $3.99, then $5.99, and if we got them to come back for all 3 of those haircuts, they typically became a customer. That was the goal, and we could measure the numbers of people that came the first time, the second time, the third time. And no, you do not keep them all, right? You never do.
Nope.
But I had to change their behavior, which was something I did not understand way back then. I just thought people would switch. People don't just switch where they get their haircut, where they buy their granola, where they get their coffee. Those are personal habits that many of our business owners, quote, are trying to change to get them to come to my store instead of your store. And that's not easy.
We've got to do it through good reasons. There's got to be a reason for that client to change their habit.
Exactly.
Okay? Or otherwise we're just sort of going, well, I keep shouting at them and they don't come back.
This is a good example of what does not work. I don't know if you have Groupon over in the UK.
We have similar things, yeah.
Okay, so people think Groupon's great. Well, I give a 50%, 70% discount to get somebody to come in on a Groupon code, but they never come back. No, it's a super good deal. They'll switch one time to save a bunch of money. They'll try my restaurant one time because it's half price, and they never come back.
Well, what they've learned, and I'm terrible for it because that's exactly what I'll do.
You
I'm
are
not,
okay.
I am. If you want to call me a bad customer because I do
Well,
that, it's because we all do it. If
but
some,
the bigger question, Neil, would be, okay, so let's say you come in on a Groupon coupon and it's a restaurant, it's 50% off.
yeah,
Okay, now how do I get, I'm the restaurant owner, how do I get you to come back a second time?
unfortunately, I've now categorized you as a half-price restaurant.
Well, okay, that is unfortunate. But if I had 10 people come in on that coupon
Yeah.
and I did something, because I have something in mind, I could get some of those 10 to come a second time.
But my issue with it, and I understand where you're coming from. So if I've gone down the route of doing a Groupon, how do I get people to retain? But unfortunately, you've gone down a price value issue.
Yes, you have.
So which we don't want to do, especially when we're eating out. We want somebody who's coming to eat out to enjoy themselves within a reasonable level of what their price bracket is. And once you've if you've done that with a restaurant, you've encouraged somebody who normally spends $40 a head, $50 a head, to come to your restaurant, which is $100 a head restaurant, because it's $50.
True. That's true. That's the wrong kind of customer. So what you're saying is Groupon attracts the wrong kind of customer to my business.
I would say so, but look, I mean, I'm sure some people have been very successful, but I've never met one. So let's move back to where we were with the frequency. So you were saying we want to create a habit, and if you're Starbucks and you're located next to the office of where somebody is, it's just a matter of making sure that they turn into Starbucks rather than drift past and go to somewhere else. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But online, we have a different issue. But we have an advantage, because once they've bought from us, we have the ability to communicate with them directly.
True. That's very true.
So when we get into that area, we're now talking to people, and we've got to give them a reason to come back and to become a regular client. Now, some of it may be cost, some of it may be a great offer, some of it may just be the fact that you've reminded them. People, once they've found out that they've got a good product, they're not so price conscious. They are actually more interested in the fact that they're getting the product and don't have to go and shop for another one somewhere else every time.
Well, I also like what you said before the call was when you go to your coffee shop right next door and they don't treat you very well.
Yeah.
Sometimes all you got to do is treat people the way they want to be treated, with courtesy and respect, and they will come back.
It's incredible. And if in bricks and mortar, if you're in a restaurant and somebody comes up and says, "So is this seat okay for you? Did you want to move?" You'd go, "Oh no, brilliant. I'm fine, thank you."
Yeah.
But most people don't ask that.
No.
They just want you to eat as quickly as possible and get out.
You know, one thing that I notice here, I'm in South Florida, and people from the South in the United States, not all of them, but many say, "Yes, sir," and "Yes, ma'am." And they were taught that by their parents.
Yeah.
Now, I'm from Wisconsin, and we never were taught that. And I come down here and I get people say that, and I pause, because I'm not used to being called sir, yes sir, and it's out of respect. It's a colloquialism. How do you say that word?
I'm not going to help you, Peter. You carry on.
I kind of mumbled that one, but anyway, little things can go a long way in the retention game.
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be monetary. That's why I'm not keen on Groupon. But equally, so we've got the ability, we do have some systems like Kartra to reconnect with people. So we can remember. So if we're saying, say, dog food or granola, okay, what we actually want ultimately is a subscription. Okay.
True.
So we actually want to move that person from having bought it once to give them enough reason to buy it again, and then give them a financial and a whatever incentive, okay, just being treated exceptionally well, a reason to go on to subscription, because they're going to be buying it on a regular basis. Take it out of their list of things to do, get it onto an automatic payment system, and they get their goods. And when you send them something a little extra in there, just to make them realize that you actually do care, whether it's, you know, if it was dog food. If it was dog food, just send them a sample of the new batch that they haven't tried before, see whether your dog likes it. And if you can, you know, this is the silly sort of stuff that people don't remember, is find out what the dog's name is and send it to the dog. People love that sort of stuff. They
Oh,
just
they
love
would
it.
go crazy. Yes, people with pet owners are like that. I get my cat food delivered like that. I also get a lot of nutritional products delivered on a monthly basis because it's easy. You're right. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to shop for it. It just shows up.
Yeah, and it's because it's the right thing at the right price for you, and you're being looked after.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we're looking about with frequency, guys. It's not meant to be, as I say, academic. This is meant to be useful for business owners who have got an existing business. If you have and you like what's being said, then please communicate with us. Just press the link below. If you've got any queries, if you want something to be answered in a similar sort of vein, just ask us, and we'll catch you next time. So thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
And we'll speak to you again soon. Right, I'm going to, oh, sorry.